Hi there, this is Elisa with Usborne Books and More. This video will just highlight a few of the books that I like to take along with my toddler when we're out and about. Just for reference, he just turned 2. Like today, for instance, we had doctor's appointments, so I knew that we would be sort of sitting around waiting for doctors to come in waiting rooms. So I wanted to make sure that I brought along some books that would help keep my son entertained. So the first title that we have here is All Better. It's actually a Kane Miller book. It's so precious. On the inside, you will see there are 5 bandages. One I'm pretty sure is in my car. So it'll start with each character. It'll tell you what happened, how they got their boo-boo, and then you'll be able to see it in the picture. They ask you to clean the boo-boo and then give the boo-boo a kiss, and then you take your coordinating bandage and put it on, and then the character's all better. My son really likes this. The bandages are reusable. We have only had this about a week, but my son uses it several times every single day, and the bandages are still just as sticky as the day that we opened the book, so that's great. And then durability-wise, very strong board book. I'm fairly confident this will stand up to my toddler. The next title is Animal Hide and Seek. This is another board book. What I really love about this one is that it's like a really good age-appropriate mix between the That's Not My series of books that Usborne carries, but it also has flaps. So each page, there are things that you can touch. And what I find sometimes is that if we're out in like the doctor's office, he may not want to sit in my lap or sit next to me and have me read a book to him. But I love that with these books, he's still able to interact with them. And I know that he's still getting things out of it, which is great. So this, just like the That's Not My series, every page has something to do. And that makes for an entertained toddler, which is the point. So there's that, Animal Hide and Seek. The next is There's a Mouse About the House. Super adorable book. When we got it, the first thing I was worried about was the little mouse that, because I mean, to bend it, I'd have to put a little bit of effort on it, but I was still worried that it may get ripped or, since it's so small, get lost. So the really awesome thing is that on the back, it will show you instructions on how to replace the mouse. If you don't want to do that, you can totally just use your fingers to go along the trace lines instead of the mouse. That's fine too. So you put your little mouse inside, and then he's there to greet you on the other page. And then your child gets to move the mouse along the book and read along with you, and that's awesome. And again, this is another book that my son may not want me to sit and read to him, but it's still entertaining him. He's still getting things out of it, and that is what my goal is. So there's that one. Oh, and then also, just so you know, the cover is super strong, and then these are thicker than regular pages, so if anything, he could maybe crumple them, but still, I'm pretty positive this will stand up to my toddler. And then the last book that we always take with us is one of my son's favorite books, is the Pullback Busy Train book. I do know there are other titles in this collection, but this is the only one that we currently have. It has a cute little place to store your train. I think there's also a helicopter and a few others. So this is a super, super sturdy board book. I guess to say the pages are about an 1/8 of an inch thick or so. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You just take your train and your child pulls it back to the start of the page, and then when they let it go, it travels along the indented track, and then there's still things to read. And another thing that I like is that even if we're just reading, that's fine, but you know, we can count the cows, we can count the houses, talk about the colors of the houses. Like, I love that there's so many things that sort of reinforce the other concepts that we're learning, just because of how awesome the illustrations are. So this is always in our diaper bag. And then as soon as we get home, a lot of times my son will actually pull this out himself so that he can start playing with it. So there's that title as well. Again, the Pullback Busy Train book. So I hope that that was informative. We are still very new to Usborne's. We definitely don't have every book, every title, every collection. But I love that even with the books that we have started with, we found so many books that really sort of help us meet certain goals. So like we needed him to be entertained. We have a book for that. So I think that that's fantastic. I definitely recommend all of these books. If you have any questions about them or would like other recommendations, please feel free to comment and I would be more than happy to help you. Thanks for listening. Bye.